You are watching Touch of Class with Debbie Elliott. Hi, welcome to Debbie Elliott's Touch of Class show. Wonderful to come and participate for me.
Well, thank you for inviting me today. It's a pleasure
you're
to be here.
welcome. You're welcome. We want to have a great show. So that a lot of people don't know we married, but actually we live in together. But also I was going to ask you, a lot of people say you have a wonderful wife. Is she?
Oh, that's absolutely true. Without doubt. I mean, I have a wonderful wife. She enriches my life in so many ways. She keeps our social calendar straight. She's our master chef. She does her best to keep me on schedule. And I'm just truly blessed to have a wife like that.
Great. Thank you. Well, first I'd like to ask you, you can explain what is that county supervisor's duties? Maybe people like the interest to hear that.
You know, I've been asked that question many times. Just what does a county supervisor do? Well, first and foremost, a county supervisor represents the people of his district whenever county business is taking place. So you represent your district. There are 5 districts in total in the county. You represent your district at the county level. Then you represent the county as a whole whenever you're advocating for anything at the state or the national level.
Is that the now?
Well, that's just the beginning. You know, in addition to that, the county is responsible for a budget. We approve a county budget. This past year, the 2014-15 budget was over $1.3 billion. We're responsible for over 5,000 employees. We have a county airport, a county jail, a county hospital. We're responsible for setting policy for the county just in general. We set land use policy. We're responsible for the general plan, administer numerous programs in the human services and healthcare areas. And on top of that, each supervisor sits on separate boards and commissions that are in addition to the normal duties where the county needs some type of representation. So just for example, this past year, I was the county's representative to the California State Association of Counties, the San Joaquin Valley Regional Association of California Counties, the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District Board of Directors, and the San Joaquin Partnership. And then in addition, I'm also an alternate to other commissions such as the Agricultural Advisory Commission, Delta Protection Commission, etc. So you can see, it actually is a pretty full-time job. However, it's an honor and a privilege to serve.
And I believe you are doing a great job, and I'm pretty sure who represent the communities at the 5th District people, I hope his work is great and I hope satisfaction. He's working very hard, I can tell, because I live with him, so. Sometimes he prepares at the meeting till 2 or 3 a.m. Sometimes he stay up till 5 a.m. and prepares a meeting. And he just is so honest and he work hard, so. Well, I'd like to ask you, I think a lot of people like to ask the same question. What did you do before you became county supervisor? A little bit about your background.
Well, the majority of my life was spent serving my country in the military. I graduated from the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, then spent the next 30 years serving my country in the U.S. Army. I retired as a colonel of U.S. Army Special Forces, the Green Berets, and also during that time I had a secondary qualification as a Northeast Asia Foreign Area Officer. So in that capacity, we served twice in diplomatic assignments at our embassies in Tokyo, Japan, and Seoul, Korea. After I retired, then I went into the private sector. I spent several years with General Electric in various affiliates there, mostly relating to nuclear energy. Also a bit of time with Homeland Security, GE's Homeland Security business. Then I moved to Westinghouse, and again in their nuclear energy business, and served as a program manager for them. Since I've become county supervisor, that's a pretty full-time job, so I don't do any of those things anymore. I would mention also that directly prior to becoming county supervisor, I also served on the Tracy City Council.
Your 2014 duty as a chairman, what did they entail?
What did I do as chairman? The additional duties? Well, the first thing that the chairman is responsible for, the chairman approves and reviews every agenda before the meetings. Then, of course, the chairman conducts the meeting, presides over all the meetings, and ensures that the meetings occur in a professional manner. The chairman also then is the person designated to sign all of those documents and contracts that are approved by the Board of Supervisors during their meetings. So sometimes that can be a pretty big job, just to sign all those documents. Then there are the ceremonial duties that come with it as well, such as providing opening remarks at various events that take place, presenting certificates as appropriate, and just in general representing the county. So all told, that becomes quite a significant investment of time as well, but one that I really enjoyed.
And I don't mind to take questions from audience if anyone love to speak about the good things, not the bad things. If you have any question, I don't mind to get question from audience. So just raise your hand anytime. And I have another one I'd like to ask you. What were some of your accomplishments while you were chairman that you are especially proud of?
There were many things that the Board of Supervisors did over the past year that I take great pride in. I would say that the thing I am most proud of, however, is the fact that we set the county in a firm financial position. We were able to achieve a structurally balanced budget for 2014-15 for the first time in 6 years. Now, a structurally balanced budget is one where your expenses going out don't exceed the projected revenues coming in. So I was particularly proud of that. I just think that we owe it to the taxpayers to manage their money, their tax money, in a responsible way. So I was very proud to be able to achieve that goal with our 2014-15 budget.
Well, you said that you're all taxpayer, but comments about husband and wife. I work 24 hours home, and you owe me not paycheck. I haven't receiving enough, so I like the paydays too.
Another thing I'd just like to mention, I'm also very proud of the economic development progress that our county has made over the past year. We have, one of the things we've done is expand our marketing program, where we are marketing San Joaquin County as an extension of Silicon Valley. We call it Greater Silicon Valley. So that has already started to have some effect. We've started seeing some major names from Silicon Valley who have started to take advantage of the benefits of operating over here in San Joaquin County. And that's our whole focus. We try to encourage them, if they want to expand their business, to expand it here. Or if there's an individual entrepreneur who just wants to jumpstart his business, we encourage them to come here and do it. So some of the big names that you may have heard, the Google barge is parked at the Port of Stockton.
Wow.
Also, we have Amazon in Tracy, They have a new fulfillment center there, and this past year they announced plans to expand that fulfillment center by recruiting 200 additional employees. Also, we have Tesla, who has announced plans for an advanced manufacturing facility over in Lathrop. We also have River Islands, which is going great guns.
Yes.
We have Mountain House, lots of development happening over there. So I'm happy to say that a lot of the economic development that's happening in our county is happening right here in South County in 5th District. So I'm very proud of that. One more thing that I'd like to mention about economic development.
You can touch my hand. Yes.
But at any rate, we also initiated, we saw the formal kickoff of the Innovation Hub San Joaquin program.
Wow.
So it's called iHub San Joaquin. So what that does, it designates San Joaquin County as an official innovation hub for the state of California. The idea is to encourage economic development here in San Joaquin County and also improve the competitiveness of California at both the national and international level by focusing on certain clusters of technologies such as healthcare, construction technology, agribusiness technology, and develop additional opportunities for enterprise through that means. So I think that's another exciting development that has happened while I was chairman.
Great. Audience like me to ask this question. How you feel your sweet wife interviewing you? Are you comfortable or you're pretty nervous?
I'm very nervous about that.
And several of my friends asked me to ask you how we met. And I can explain, you can explain, but the really truth is, if it comes from me, that's truth. Anyway, when he was in the West Point, he was reading a book about Asia. He was a North Asian specialist. He's taking course. He read it, which countries women the best wife. You know, you want to marry, that the best one is, he found out the Japanese lady is best one. So he was preparing little, passport size picture, carrying all the time, and providing people to find the Japanese lady. Yeah, my friend found, said that someone looking for you. So we met. And then anyway, we dated several, and then after we married, he really, I'm not like a Japanese, but he read a book. The book said, Japanese wife never talk back. And get up early morning, make a breakfast, and bow the head and say, and never walk from the husband.
Yes, that was the part I especially liked.
all kind of stuff. He said, after we married, nothing happened. He asked me, are you really Japanese? But I think you are happy marrying me, aren't you?
Oh, yes. I am very lucky, and I have nothing to add to that story.
Anyway, the 3 happiest men in the world, if you have Japanese wife, an American style home, live in, and you have eat the Chinese food, that's the happiest man in the world. So when I met you, we live in American style home, and I serve Chinese food. And what else? What was it?
Japanese wife.
Oh, I am Japanese wife. He's supposed to be the happiest guy in this world. but sometimes he show me he's not happy. So it's very difficult, the international marriage where I grown up, and Elsie know my friend, she's Japanese. American custom and American culture are so different. Way they raise their children, we live together, so many disagreements. And well, we've been living so long, so now it's good. But Japanese people, we grown up, if anyone say anything, or do you like this or you don't like this, we never say yes or no. We just always doesn't say clearly no or yes. So what we expected, the husband understand what I'm asking for, or I want a husband to understand what I really thinking about. And the Japanese husband, they figure out what the wife was thinking about it, what the wife wants. But he doesn't get it. So sometimes I want to have a beautiful big diamond. He doesn't get it. That kind of stuff, we had quite a bit disagreement because we're raising children, and I like to raise children where I learn, where I grown up, and he's completely different. So quite a bit of differences happens. But you still marry me, you still living with me. But he always say he can't divorce, can't afford.
Actually, sometimes I wonder which one I could afford least. But at any rate, you know that we've certainly had a happy life. I'm glad you're my wife. And when people wonder why I smile all the time, but now they know I'm the happiest man in the world. I live in an American house. Sometimes we eat Chinese food, and I have a Japanese wife.
Also, we were in a diplomat job. We always have to smile. And then some international countries, some people doesn't understand English. So we just look at each other, smile. And one day he came home, he said, I've been smiling too much, I can't close my eyes. We had a lot of good experience, and we've been in many different countries. We met so many people, and we really enjoyed it. And here we are, Tracy. I love this town, and I have wonderful, so many nice friends. And then you too.
Well, yes, I certainly love Tracy as well.
Yes.
In fact, once we settled here at Tracy, unfortunately, I had a job relocation that caused us to move to Wilmington, North Carolina from Tracy. But we just decided we were too far away from the grandkids and the kids at the time. So I found a job back in California again, and we moved right back into Tracy because we like it here.
Well, yes, we do.
It's hard to find people who are friendlier, more trustworthy than the people you can find right here in Tracy.
So we have 3 daughters. And we have how many grandchildren?
8.
8. Oh, wow. 8. Is that all mine? But we have 8 grandchildren and 3 daughters. They all live around the Bay Area. And then every one of them doing very well. They all sweet, just like her mother. And the funny is, they do something great. He always said, well, they are just like me. And if they do something mistake, oh gosh, just like mother. But we are very happy families, and all 3 daughters, wonderful, sweet. And
well, that's another advantage. They all live close enough that we can visit.
Yes.
They're all in the Bay Area, one's in San Francisco, one in Campbell, one in
Yes.
Santa Cruz.
And we don't have much time. Anyone like to have any questions? I'm happy to, you can direct ask him, or you want to ask me any questions? You don't have any? Okay. Please.
Bob, what is your favorite Debbie moment?
Oh my gosh.
There are so many, I know.
I'm too great.
That's a really difficult question to answer. So I would just say that every moment here at home is a Debbie moment. She certainly adds a touch of class to my life, and she certainly keeps things interesting. Very entertaining.
Yes, he doesn't joke much, and he's always serious. So I gotta make him laugh, and I do things, funny things, then make him little laugh. But all my life with him, he never showed me that anger. He's always keeping it here. And sometimes I said, you don't get the stress out, keeping everything here? He said, no, he just not to show. So that's a wonderful person. And in Japan, we lived in Japan for 6 years.
About that.
Yeah, and my family also, he learned from them that Japanese men, they never cry from his back, show that he's feeling back. So men talk to you, men's back, it looks sad that your husband is sad. And if a man's back is look happy, he's happy. So I want you to run now, go home, see it. His back is look sad. That I always feel, sometimes I look at his back, I know he has some kind of things going on. And those times I don't talk to him, I leave him alone. So, anyway, I think we are time coming, and I really appreciate you came as my guest. And we had a wonderful interview.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me today. It's certainly a pleasure. And I'd just like to say again that it is my privilege and honor to serve the people of the 5th District as your county supervisor. And it's been my special pleasure this past year to serve as chairman of the board. So I'm looking forward to another great year with my colleagues, working together with them to make San Joaquin County an even better place.
Thank you. Last things I like to say, I hope keep continue our friendship and husband-wife-ship, keep growing, and we be happy families.
I don't think you have to worry about that.